Hey guys, look what I just came across. NBT Marine 21-inch battleship. I'm gonna get it mounted up here on the front of this boat. We're gonna get it hooked up. We're gonna show you what's in the box. We're gonna show you how to hook it up. And then tomorrow, we're gonna go out and test this thing and see what it looks like. Remember, subscribe, hit that like button. We appreciate you. Let's get to it, guys. Here it is, guys. This head unit weighs 16.5 pounds. It comes with a gimbal bracket that I elected not to use. I called my old buddy over at Cornfield Fishing. I told him I needed a base that I could spin. So I got it out of the way when I'm running down the lake so I can see where I'm going. But I needed it stout enough that was gonna hold this and hold it in place in rough water. So he made this out of solid aluminum plating and told me to try it out. And Cornfield Fishing is going to end up putting these mounts on the market for anybody else who wants this 21-inch battleship. He even gave me a backing plate to put under the deck so that it never rips out. First things first, I got to decide where that I want it on the front of my boat. I always run the trolling motor with my left foot, so I want it on my right-hand side. A lot of people that run with the right foot want them in dead center. They can't really put it on the right because the trolling motor's in the way. So that's about where that I want it. I can still get to my power poles and my trolling motor's on the back. Let's get to drilling some holes. Okay, this is where my plate is gonna sit. I've taken my front panel off right here. Now you can see this plate is a lot bigger than what the base is. So I had to reach underneath right through that hole right there to make sure that I didn't get this too close to the edge, because then the plate would be hitting. So my placement is where it needs to be. I got everything lined up. Got the vacuum out, and there's my drill bit. Getting ready to drill some holes. Okay, we've got the Cornfield Fishing mount, the base mounted. We got the backing plate down inside of here. Those are 5/16 18 screws or bolts. Here's what's in the box. This is the gimbal bracket that it comes with. It's got the T-slots right there that you got 2 screws on the head unit itself that bolts into. Now Mark had drilled those holes to mount it to his mount and see how that he liked it, and that's when he decided to beef it up. Not that there's anything wrong with this one. He just knows what kind of crazy stuff I do on the water. Here's what else is in the box. Of course, these are the knobs for tilting it. Let's see what we got right here. That is, I don't know. I think that's for a possible different unit. Okay, here is HDMI to a HDMI. That's what's going to tie the 21 to the 12 at my console. Let's see what we got here. We have got a USB port. This plugs into the back of the NBT. The USB goes in the back of my 86 series Garmin. So we know where that goes. Let's lay it down right there and get it ready. Okay, here is our power cable. Just 2 connections, red and black. Power is marked in red and it's marked on the back of the unit. And then we have an additional HDMI cable. So by placing the unit right here, I've got this nice little hole right there that I can go through the inside of my rod box, go up inside my console, and then right here's the back of the 86 series, and we're gonna get it hooked up, get some wires ran, and see how it works. I've got to show this to you right here because this is probably the slickest connector I've ever seen in my life. You got this rubber gasket that goes down inside there. Then you've got this cap that screws on the back of this that crimps the rubber gasket to keep a watertight seal. So you plug your HDMI in, you screw the cover on, and then you put the gasket in it, slide the cap up and screw it on to cinch everything down, and then you have a 100% watertight seal. That is the first time I've ever seen a plug like that, and that is ridiculously awesome. Probably ought to show you how that I run my wires. I've got this fiberglass rod right here. It's got the threads on the end that will screw into another rod, and they bend pretty good. $5 I think for the whole set at Harbor Freight. I ran it through that hole, got it out the other end, screwed the other piece on, taped my wires to it, covered the ends up best I could so I didn't get nothing in them, and then just pull it through. You pull it through, wire feeds down in there from this end, and you can use this to run the entire length of this boat, because that's how I got my power cables up to the front. It comes with, I don't know, a whole bunch of them. You got about 25 feet of reach right there to be able to fish tape that stuff through there. Okay, wires are ran. We made our connections. We came all the way back inside the console, and I love the design right here. This entire thing lifts off to where you can get down inside your fiberglass console. A few bolts holding on, take them off. And as you can see now, just about every port on the back side of that Garmin is being used. And you all remember that cord I said, I don't know what that's for? Well, guess what? I do now. There's two different types of USBs. So you have to come to your unit, take the cap off and see which USB it is, because I ran the wrong USB all the way through there till I realized it would not hook up. So let's go back up here to the NBT, see what we got here. Okay, we turned it on right here. And right here is my mapping. Try to get some of that sun glare out of the way. I love it that that thing just spins wherever you need it to. Well, Mark really hooked me up there. Right there's a Kentucky Lake there. See, and that's the beauty of it. This is totally touchscreen. You can mark waypoints. You can mark waypoints or do whatever you need to do, just like you could on your Garmin, except now it's right here. And it will mirror whatever you have turned on for back in the back. Well, I've got her all hooked up. Only thing I got left to do is hide a bunch of wires in there and then put a bunch of screws back in, get my console put back together, and then we are ready to go to the water, and we're going to show you some on the water footage. Oh yeah, got to get that put in there, that way I get more on the water footage. I'm actually putting a nav light right here, that way I can put a YOLO stick and a camera behind me and in front of me to get some better footage for y'all. So I'll be back at you from the water. Let's go check it out. I have never saw bottom separation in a graph like this. Even with those fish sitting right on the bottom, you can still see the separation under their belly, so you'll be able to pick them off. All right guys, here it is. I have got my screen split. I've got charts over here. I've got my Livescope over here, and I still have my adjustments just came up on the bottom and the side right there. And this dude has absolutely got a screen on. Oh, what is that? What is that? 40 feet out. We're looking 25 foot deep. I'm giving up 4 inches of my screen over here, but that's one of the best pictures that I've ever had on a Livescope screen. NBT, that is a 21 inch. I know I've already shown you, but it is on cornfield crappie mount. I can spin it for the light, and you can see the light glaring real bad up here. For the money, this dude is legit. There you go guys, NBT monitor. That is happiness, happiness, happiness. If you like this video, please subscribe, ring that bell, and this is it. We've been fishing in it for a little bit. I'm glad you was able to tune in this week and check everything out. If you're in the market for a grafter up front, you want to go bigger without having to write the big check, NBT's your ticket. Check them out, nbtmarine.com. We'll see you next time, guys.